Relationship talk, real relationship drama with the best of your life. Your host Jaye and Simpli E. Hold on, get ready to enter the J spot, on Intellectual Radio.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to the best night of your life. Woo! You have entered the J spot where we are strengthening relationships and families one conversation at a time on intellectualradio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay. And sitting next to me, we have my co-host, my partner in crime, sizzling, sexist, Simpli E, author, actress, businesswoman, playwright, sex kitten. Hey E, how you doing?
My husband asked me, "What is a sex kitten?"
Tell him now. We listen, Mister. Now we can't get into that. That's from back whence. That's from back whence yonder. And we gotta, keep it moving forward. But guys, listen, we want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot Radio. And Jay is spelled Jaye for all three. Wait a minute. Before you done, right there. Go right on around the corner. Yes. Won't he do it? And go to that app, YouTube. Yes, let him use you. And please allow him to use you so that you can subscribe and like our channel, the J Spot Radio. Jaye. Guys, listen, we want to thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Grown and Sexy Conversations with Jay. Thank you so much, Grown and Sexy Conversations with the J Spot. 30 and Up Doing Us, Tyson Smith, The Real MVPs, 180 Real Talk Chicago, Marshall Commandos, hey, C4L for life, baby. It was good seeing you guys this past weekend. We got 180 Real Talk Chicago. Who else we got?
Urban Grind.
Hey, Urban Grind.
Women.
Look, see, that's
the judgment.
Ooh, no, I couldn't make that up if I wanted to. I couldn't make it up
because I am parched. So when you're parched, you sometimes fumble your words because your mouth is dry because you have not been hydrated like you should be all day.
Listen, listen, I don't even be parched and I just be getting do your tongue ever just get lazy and go out on you? Maybe it's mine because, I've been told that I talk a little bit too much. But, my tongue just get lazy sometimes and it just doesn't feel like talking. So, when it gets like, my tongue get real lazy. I'm just like, okay, see, this that bull that I be talking about. But until it gets tired and lazy, we're going to keep this thing moving. So, guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in. Tonight we are being brought to you by the J Spot Airbnb. Woo, woo! You guys, it has been an amazing summer. Guys, there are some great treats that are coming up for the fall over there. So if you have not booked it, visited, listen, shared it, please do me a favor. Go to our link. We have it posted in the comments. Check it out. Share it. Refer a friend. If you refer a friend, listen, send me their name in the inbox. Yes. And if they book and stay, I got a nice little surprise for you. But they have to tell me that you sent them the link. And when they book, got a nice little something for you. The J Spot Airbnb. So message us in the J Spot the Facebook page. And I got a nice surprise for you. The more people listen, and this is per paid book. And the surprise will be given, listen, because some of us, we be liking to be slick, get on there, have their little friends book, then you cancel it.
That's not
no. So after they stay, they book and they book and they stay, you'll get your treat in your gift after they book and stay. So I have to think of something really nice and great to show my appreciation. And I think I got something in mind. Oh, okay. If I can get it, I got something really good for you. But again, this J Spot Airbnb, we have the link posted in the comments. We're also being brought to you by Delaware Inc. You all, he has his nice summer line out, guys. Oh my God, those t-shirts are going fast. So definitely go to his page, place an order, Delaware Inc. Use reference code J A-Y-E. Yes, won't he do it? Listen, we're also being brought to you by BK the Barber. Listen, if you're ready to get faded and lined up, get your little fellas, are y'all still wearing goatees? Or are some of y'all wearing much
some beards? The beards done turned the men so grown and sexy.
Oh, I love a nice trimmed up beard. Oh, just on a man that smell good. Now you gotta look good too, because you can't.
No, the beard. I'm telling you, even the ugliest, that beard does wonders.
I'm not
That's
that
like
deep.
A weave for a woman.
I'm not deep like that. I'm not deep like that. So it's gonna take me a little time. He has to look good, smell good, and have a nice personality, and cannot have a jacked up grill. But that's just me. But tell them how they can get in contact with BK the Barber.
Go to bookski.com and check out Freelance Barbershop and book BK the Barber. Also, you can call him at 1-832-955-2532. He is located at 3000 Spring Cypress Road in Spring, Texas, Suite D.
And use reference code J. And again, that's Jaye. Wow, guys, I'm so excited to be here. I think because my coffee was just really good today and yesterday. But you know what, guys? Listen, let me give you all a heads up. If, I started, heaving and getting a little, out and I can't talk a little bit, you all listen. I had a little allergic reaction yesterday. And you know what? But I did it to myself. I bought a salad and I'm allergic to fresh pineapples, but I absolutely love them. And from time to time, I'm one to try to pull it. So yesterday I decided to try to pull it. So I bought my favorite salad and it's seasonal. So I forgot to ask them, not to put any pineapples on it. So they gave me the salad. I'm like, darn it got all these pineapples on it. So, they remade it and gave me another salad, without the pineapples. But, with everything that's going on with COVID, they let you keep the other stuff that's already been made. So I went home and I ate my, my salad without the pineapples. But then I had the other one and I was just like, I was in this real kosher pickle. And I was like, God, I cannot throw this delicious salad away just because some stupid little pineapples on here. So I said, let me just take the pineapples off and, toss them, and then I can eat the salad. Now, you all, I've been allergic to pineapples for quite some time, so I know how these things work for me. I can't have anything like, even if it's remote, if it's on the same tray, I can't eat any fruit anything that's been next to those pineapples, I cannot eat.
In the movie Girls Trip, you couldn't have been Jada with that young chocolate thing.
No,
not pineapple.
No, that was a grapefruit she had.
Oh, well,
yeah, that was. Oh no, grapefruit is okay. Don't banish me out all the way. But I know, like, I can't. Even with the fork, I can't use the same. The fork cannot touch the pineapples. That's just how sensitive. So me pulling it anyway. So I'm like, I thought these are stupid pineapples away. Threw them away. Ate the salad. It was delicious, might I add you. And about an hour or so later, I'm like, oh shoot. I'm like, God dog it. How you gonna be dumb? Eat the doggone salad, knowing, and it don't have no Benadryl. So I forgot to get some today. The only thing that was on my mind today, getting out the door, was going to
have some.
So you all don't be a J, okay? Just, I know everybody else makes better decisions. So please, if you are allergic to something, just because everything that's free ain't really good for you. So you don't got to take advantage of every deal that comes your way. I'm telling myself that. But guys, listen, we have so many great hot topics to go into. We have a great show lined up for you tonight. We're going to start with our first hot topic. Now, listen, I don't know if you all have seen this video and the post of this young lady. She's one of these young rappers' girlfriends. Baby girl got his face tattooed or whatever in her tooth. She has a picture of him in her tooth. So this is the young lady. She been taking her tooth out and showing everybody that she got the little tattoo on him of him. And if that's not bad enough, okay, that's not bad enough. She got this man's name tattooed over her hoo-ha. And it says his name, and it says his Badusi. That's his South Virginia right there. And she got a couple of more, tattoos that she's basically stamped herself as this man's property. And so as I'm looking at all of these tattoos and everything, I'm like, okay, if that's where you're going, okay. But let me see the number one claim of ownership. If it's like that, and he got your tattoo on his face, all in his tooth, on your tooth, and he got your,
How do you do that?
Girl, it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. So it's tattooed, and so I'm looking, and I'm like, okay, well, you all tatted up, but that ring finger is still empty.
Oh, that's not a good thing.
I'm like, now. I'm like, wait a minute, now make that ish make sense. You done went.
I don't want to be married and stuff. This is my man, and I belong to him. He belong to me. But I don't want to be. I do really want to be his wife, but I don't want to be. He don't want to be married to me. That's the problem. I'm trying to get him to be my husband and stuff. But no, I don't want to be married.
That's an epic fail. You have basically given him. You have stamped yourself as being his property. And you his girlfriend, and listen, no offense, you may be one of his girlfriends. The way these young people are going, listen, I'm not even gonna say young people because you got some of these old dudes trying to do the same thing, and then then you get caught. Now you in the stroke unit. Now you trying to figure out, they going through your contacts and they trying to figure out who to call. They can't call nobody for you but your mom or your daddy. Or your kids, because you got all the women that you messing with in your life, you got them named under some good head part 2, good and wet part 1. See, and now you up there, now you done turned into a pretzel because you out there playing all these games. But I'm gonna digress on that and get back on this young lady with the tattoo on her tooth. Now listen, we can all chalk it up to being young and dumb, but I'm gonna tell you one thing that was not dumb. I got some tattoos, yeah, I do, but I doggone it said, I promise you, I'm not getting no dude's name, no nothing tattooed on me. You ain't my husband. Bad enough I done gave you a kid. Listen, you don't. No, I'm good on that. So it's like
the people, they want to know the truth, Jay.
About what?
You got that tattoo. You know that tattoo that you got.
Yeah, right here.
I don't want to leave for your food.
Oh no. See, I tried. You know what? I don't have no tattoos on no bone areas because listen, the only bone right here on my chest when I got this one. And listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, okay, let me be honest with y'all. I didn't go to a little professional shop. You know what I'm saying? I went to to the neighborhood tattoo guy, and back then I think I paid like $10 for the little tattoo on the chest. I think I paid like $10. Now see, you get what you pay for, because see, I don't know what the heck this is. I don't know. It was supposed to be a rose. This is the messed up show, so I can't even move it all around.
That's beautiful.
No, it's not.
I'm about to cry.
When
so beautiful.
20 some years ago, it was supposed. So I asked for a bear with a rose with my son's name in it. That's not what I got. But see,
you got a bear with the rose with your son's name.
The devil is a liar. That's what it was supposed to be. But you know what? Listen, when you pay $7.50 for a tattoo, you get this is what you get.
Yeah.
This is what you get. So listen, don't let the foolishness, the foolery of your young age, listen, it follows you. So now if you do get married when you 30 or whatever, he not gonna want to be down there. He getting ready to go to South Virginia, and then all he see is Lester's property, or Jonathan, or Big Red, or whatever. It ain't his name. Huh? Mine say empty. That's what it say, void. Nobody lives here. That's what it say. But you got all of that. Guys, what do you guys think about that? Do you find it, is it unattractive? Is it a turnoff when you meet a woman and she has a man or men names tattooed on her? And ladies, is it a turnoff for you if a man has another woman name tattooed on him? I know for me, it was definitely a turnoff. And thankfully, I've only met one guy in my life that had another woman's name tattooed on him. But it was kind of, it was weird because it's like you would be out in public and, sometimes people be messy and they be looking, tattoo all big. They have right there on their arm. And I'm like, okay, well, oh, you and Brenda look so cute. I'm not Brenda. Go figure that. Now I have rocks in my jaws because, you got this big old tattoo and I'm just like, okay, so is it fair to ask, you know what? Can you get that removed? Can you cover it? Put my name over it, put a dog name over it, put choo-choo, whatever. Just take the woman's name off of it. But have you ever dated someone that has a tattoo of another woman's name on them?
I've never, ever, I've never encountered that. I've dated, where, you've been intimate with someone and they wanted to call you somebody's name. So I just was petty and called him back, a name that I knew he would despise. So I've done that, but I've never dated somebody who had a name of some woman on them.
It's when I tell you, it's the most. It's like it's an uneasy feeling, especially when it's somewhere so visible. And I know a lot of women have gotten a tramp stamp on, back there, and it's just like if it's a dude. First of all, I'm not going through all of that pain. Listen, I've already did it once. I've already had a kid without a ring. I'm not going through nothing else permanent without, and I don't even know.
So you get married, right? And your husband is like, let's go get our names tattooed on.
Oh, of course. Then yeah, that's my husband. We've made an investment together. Like when he got to get his, my name on.
Your name tattooed on him. You would do that, right?
Yep. I'm getting a little small. I'm getting it right on my ankle. Or right there on the ankle. So
you get always crusty and dusty.
Mm-hmm. Get it right there or on the back of my calf somewhere, but it's not gonna be somewhere big and crazy. But that tooth, when I saw the picture of his face on her tooth, that just took me out. I'm just like, come on, baby girl, you're not thinking. And I know it feels so good to be young and just, no worries. But it's some things you got to worry about. You got to think about the future. You got to think about you're going to get older and this ish may not last. I mean, it feels good right now, but what about tomorrow? What about having a professional career? And that was one of the things that I always thought about. I'm like, okay, I'm in this moment right now, but I know that I have things that I'm going to do professionally that I cannot be walking around here with this big old ghetto fabulous tattoo. So that's why I'm like, when I go in professional settings, I'm always sleeved up because it's definitely embarrassing. I'm like, okay, yeah, it's my son's name, but this ish is stupid.
That's beautiful.
This stupid, if I cussed, this ish is stupid. Can
I curse, please?
This ish is stupid. It's cool when you when you kicking it and all this and that, but it's like if that's no longer who you are. So a lot of times I'm like, okay, I'm not even in that mindset that frame of mind anymore about the tattoo. So a lot of times I will forget that it's there until somebody asks me what it is. I'd be like, weight gain. What the heck? What you thought? What is it? I don't know what it is. I can tell you
It's
what
a
it was
tattoo of
supposed
a
to
bear
be.
and a rose and your son's name.
That's what it was
So,
supposed to be.
and
Can you still
Instagram.
see my
Yeah,
son's name?
yes,
Let me see.
it's right there on the ribbon.
See, look, it wasn't even that. Look, I gotta do all this. Turn it up. Still can't. Oh,
It's there.
there it is.
Told you.
Oh, I got a nice little pretty little mole right there.
Now she likes it because it's
No, I don't. No, I don't.
So in Instagram we have Latasha. She says she has 3 tattoos already, but not no man's name tattooed on her.
Absolutely.
And then I said it. He is such a wonderful person. When are you coming back to the show? Because Jay misses you.
So what did I say?
I said that way, and the next man doesn't want to see another brother's name tattooed on a woman he given all his life to. Laugh out loud. I mean, especially multiple names. And then we had Kenneth. Well, Robin said never, and then Kenneth Haywood Hay from Grenada said, might be political answer, but if he's tattooed on you, he's still with you on your mind, body, and soul. I'm just saying my opinions. Only option is to get it redone ASAP. And then Ricardo says past names meaning nothing.
Well, it means something when it's like it's a constant reminder, and I'm just like, for me, I personally didn't like it, so I know I was always like bringing it up in a nice way. Like, are you gonna ever get that read? But then again, now looking back, I'm like, okay, well, you don't have to get ish recovered because we're not married, we're not any of that. But upon getting married, before getting married, that would have definitely been something that we would have had to get that taken care of before getting married. Maybe that would be petty, but I'm not about to be walking around. My name ain't Brenda, and you got Brenda all up and down your back and all this other stuff up your hand and all. And even having, all these crazy tattoos on their hands. And, listen, I know some brothers that used to be about their life. Now, they don't, yes, they a deacon and, they collecting the offering. But you cannot have holes fear me on your knuckles and then think that you finna. No, we not finna do. No, we not.
Fear him.
No.
He didn't say women fear him. He said holes.
No, we not. No, we not. We're gonna go head on and get all of that ish covered up, and you gonna get it together and act like you've been redeemed. You have to get them, but it's like certain things that you do in your younger years. Listen, that ish gonna come back, and it could cost you. Yeah. It may cost you a little, it may cost you a lot, but it's gonna cost you. So listen, be ever ye so mindful and tell your because these young folks today, woo, they act like it ain't no tomorrow. Like it's like everything is like
they just complain. They think they entitled. They have feelings. They don't know what sexuality they want to
feelings, but no money.
Exactly. They be taking trips, and I don't know how they get this money, but somehow they get this money. Like I'm low key jealous, but low key mad too because they're spoiled. I could just choke every last one of them. I could just choke them and just like pick them up and choke them and then just throw them and be like, oh, I can't stand you. You should have hit the damn back of the damn bed.
And you know what? And that leads me, that spoiled and that entitled stuff leads to the next hot topic. There was another video that was circulating. A young guy, he took his girlfriend out for her birthday. And she invited 18 of her friends along. Now, this is a young dude, like 20, 21. And she gets mad and just started running that pothole that you call that sewer that you call a mouth. She ran that. So I'm just like, Lord, somebody shove a loaf of bread in that mouth and just make her shut up. But she went into this long rant about how he was supposed to have paid for her and her 18 friends, that he did not invite them to come. You brought your little broke friends. They should have been able to pay their own way. Or if you invited them, you should have paid for them. But she went through this long, embarrassing. I would have walked off and left her. Had that been me, leave me. Because I don't know how to act. This girl ran her mouth so I'm just like, see, you the reason why God shut women up in the Bible. Shut them up. Just shut this sister right. Listen, she talked about this man so bad, how broke he was, how he was supposed he wasn't a man and all kinds of stuff. And I'm looking like, who raised you, little mama? Who where what you got on this bill? He your boyfriend. You both are young people and you got 18 of your, so you mean to tell, and I think they said that the bill was over $1,000 some dollars.
What the hell?
You and 18 of your raggedy broke little friends. So y'all come up
there ordering steaks and lobsters and not the little, 5-pound lobster. Oh, no, give me that big 20-pound that's been sitting up in there just getting fat. That's $1,000 by himself if you look at him and stuff.
See, I'm on these young men. Listen, I'm on these young brother side. These young men that's trying to get it together. Listen, I'm on y'all side. If you got a young lady that's showing out like that, listen, let me tell you something. That's not some of these young ladies, they just, they watch too much TV. They watching too many reality shows. They watching too many videos and they thinking that this is the real world. Okay. So I have no problem. What you don't do is go back and forth. See, while she was sitting up there doing all that talking, I'd have been in my car riding past her and all her little broke little friends. You and your 2 Live broke crew, y'all found a way to get home. Okay. Found a way to get home. But young men, please do not feel pressured and do not feel like being in that situation because you cannot or choose not to pay for 18 additional people that you did not invite in the first place. Please, that is not any indication on what type of man you are. So don't let that mess with your ego because some of these young ladies, they're out here today. Baby, they coming for y'all whole psyche. They coming for you right here. Because here's the thing. Once a person gets you here, you'll do anything that they want you to do. So the next time, you're going to pay for all of her friends because you don't want her to think that you weak. You don't want her to think that you broke and you ain't got it. Well, my motto is you can call me whatever you like, but you won't call me poor, broke, and starving. You can call me anything. You won't call me broke. That's what I told my son. I tell my son, he looking at all of this stuff. See, man, this is why I don't date. I said, This is where this is where the sorting process is so important for young dudes and old dudes. Now, but listen, old dudes, we're going to have to put a little spin on it for you all. Y'all done been out here enough. Okay. If you can't afford $100 meal for the date, we old dudes, 30 and up. Okay, 30 and up.
The 30 years like, well, we're old. Yeah, y'all old.
When listen, you out your teens and your tweens and your 20s, that 30 and up. Now, if you can't, and I'm not saying you pay, because at no time, if you didn't put the party together, at no time am I saying that you should be paying for her and her 18 broke friends. I'm not saying that at all. So even if you 30 and up and she brought a little dusty little broke friends, listen, all of them will be sitting there waiting, trying to figure out how to pay the remaining $900 on that bill. Because now, since you want to show your end, now yours ain't covered. Now you want to get over there and hand pack. Now figure out how y'all gonna pay this bill. Cause I'm up. Waitress, here, right here. $95.95 right here for me. You ain't gonna pay for me? Listen, I'm gonna get like Ray Charles. I ain't seen nobody but me. What did I order? This right here, that's the only thing I'm paying for. But don't feel like you have to be pressured into paying all this stuff to impress somebody, because a lot of people, you're trying to be above your means. And listen, young ladies, knock it off. Please knock it off. I mean, if you going out, if a man is asking you out, then he's asking you out. Act like you got some sense, even if you don't. I said act like it. Act like you got a little decorum. Act like act like you done been somewhere before, even if you haven't. Don't go trying to order. I've always been like that. Like, even if it's not my money, I've always been conscious of other people's money because you don't know what people's situation is. So I'm like, if I'm going out with you, I'm not going out because I need you to feed me. As I told y'all before, fellas, look at the thighs, okay? She's been eating for these 30 and up. Listen, she's been eating before you took her out. She gonna eat afterwards, okay? So you need to be paying attention, having more conversations so that you don't get caught in situations like this. Because here's the deal. If you listen, they're gonna tell you how they're going to act. It's all in the conversation. Especially these young ladies these days. Now, listen, I hate to be on the young, but I gotta put it out there. They will tell you, da 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 da, and I want this, and if he ain't got this, okay, listen. So now, once you've heard all of that, make a decision on if you want to move forward. But see, here's where a lot of you all get stuck at. You get stuck on them thighs. You get stuck on what that mouth do, and now you've gotten yourself in a situation.
But they need to know what that mouth do.
So now you're sitting here at the restaurant looking stupid because she embarrassing you because the mouth was. I hope it was worth it. That's all I can say is I hope it was worth it.
She took this whole thing in her throat, all the way in it, like. She made it disappear.
And now you done went viral. That didn't go viral. Now you done went viral as Brandon being the broke dude. So I hope that it was worth it. So it's like sometimes you just got to choose your battles and just figure out like, okay, listen, she cool and everybody is banging. But as we're going to get into later on tonight, them bad attitudes. Like a lot of these young ladies, their attitudes is for the... You flush their attitudes right down the toilet. Horrible. A lot of them. But then, you young men, y'all out here acting like y'all just, these hoes ain't loyal. They ain't supposed to be. That's why I tell my son all the time. I say, a hoe ain't supposed to be loyal. What you thought? I say, you want a loyal young lady. But yeah, hoes ain't loyal. They not supposed to be. So choose ye this day which one you want. But you can't have it both ways. So listen, parents, talk to your young adults. See, your hot girl summer is over. Okay, you mama and daughter out there having hot girl summer, and you know the son and the father having it in the street in for the streets Friday. Listen, we got to get this together because guess what? These folks, they procreating. And now, listen, it's another generation of dysfunction going on. So definitely be mindful. Listen, fellas, young men, stay in your financial range. Old dudes, we're going to talk to y'all when we come back after this break. You're listening to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. Listen, 30 plus. This conversation that I just had, that wasn't for y'all. We're going to talk about what is y'all responsibility. And listen, I'm going to need y'all to get it together. All this crying that you all are doing, I've about had it up to here. So what, am I supposed to chase you just to pay your bills? No. Stay in the home and beat yourself off. Choke yourself in the bathroom. That's what you do. Then you got to worry about paying nobody bills but yours. Okay? Let's just, woo, you see how, yeah, y'all be trying not to go there. Woo! My mom on her. Hey, Mom. But we gotta teach these young people, because it's like this generation that we have coming up, no respect, no morals, no integrity, no values. And guess what? A lot of us have failed. We're not doing our job. We're not doing our jobs. We are the parents of these young people that don't have any morals, integrity, or values. So now that they, oh, well, please, they grown. I can go ahead and let them, please, that's on them. No, it's on you because it's a reflection on who you are. Now, listen, there are some that have been raised in a good household and then they get out there
Lose their mind.
and the streets just taste delicious to them. We're not talking about them. We talking about the ones that have been brought up materialistic, selfish, no regards for other people, no regards for anything that does not involve them or how they can benefit. Those are the people that we're talking about. So we definitely got to do better with that because again, we're not going to have any families. We're not going to have any families because the games, the disrespect, the lack of trust, we don't have it. These young people, these young guys, if you just listen to the conversations that some of these people have, and I just shake my head, I'm just like, wow, if this is the way it is, we don't stand a chance. Like the black families don't stand a chance at this point.
Welcome back to the J Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time. On intellectualradio.com, we are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jay. And sitting next to me, we have my co-host, my partner in crime, sizzling, sexy, Simpli E, author, actress, businesswoman, playwright, sex kitten. Hey, E, how's it going? Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ow. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. I know. Listen, we are accepting all Zelle requests. Zelle your $10 payment with your request of your song, and I got you. Zelle it to the J Spot Radio. All requests, I got you. Guess what? I know. Guys, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot Radio. And Jay is spelled Jaye for all three. Now listen, while you at it, go ahead on. Look, right around the corner. Go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, the J Spot Radio. Again, that's Jaye. Tonight we are being brought to you by the J Spot Airbnb. You all, oh my God, it has been an amazing summer. We have had, listen, people love us. I'm just gonna say it. They love us. Go to our page, click the link, look at the reviews. Great reviews, great location, nice, clean, it smell good. They done told me. I'm just giving y'all, now listen, I'm just giving y'all hearsay on the feedback for that jacuzzi. It's just hearsay. I haven't, it's just here. The word on the street is, but I'm gonna have to get over that because I ain't got over it. I'm gonna have to, when it get a little cold, I'm gonna have to go take me a little dip over there. But in the meantime, in between time, I want you all to just click on the link, like, book it, and share it. And again, if you refer someone and they like and they share, or they book and stay, I got a nice surprise for you. They use you. If you refer someone, they book and they stay, have a nice surprise for you all. Again, that link is in our comments. We're also being brought to you by Delaware Inc. You all, he has his nice summer t-shirts out. They have been flying like hotcakes this summer, so definitely you want to grab you one. Go to his page, Delaware Inc. Use reference code J. Now listen, once you grab that t-shirt. Oh, yes, see, I told you my tongue just went to sleep. That's the stroke from the pineapples. But once you're done, do me a favor. Listen, if you want to get lined up, get the little mustache and the goatee tight, fade it up, go to BK the Barber.
You tell them how they can get in contact with
Go
them.
to bookski.com and look up Freelance Barbershop, BK the Barber. Book it with him through Booksy, or you can also call him at 832-955-2532. He's located 3000 Spring Cypress Boulevard in Spring, Texas 77388.
Use reference code J, and that's Jay. Want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you so much to J Spot. Grown and Sexy Conversations with Jay, Grown and Sexy Conversations with the J Spot, 180 Real Talk Chicago, 30 and up doing us, Tyson Smith, the real MVPs, Pit Life, who else? Oh, Marshall Commando, C4L, hey y'all. Who else we got? We got a whole lot of
Fabulous Floating Over, Urban Grind.
Thank y'all, everybody for tuning in and for rocking with us, you all. We definitely appreciate you all. Now listen, guys, we have plenty of hot topics tonight. Now look, we got on these young folks before the break. Fellas, come on, we got to do better. So here's the next hot topic. This statement, the man, he just posted this. Since men are the providers and protectors, then should women hunt the men? Why should a man hunt you to pay your bills? Just saying. You all, I'm going to go ahead and go home for the night because, see, this is that bull that just, let me just read this again. Since men are the providers and protectors, then should women hunt? No. Why should a man hunt you to pay your bills? Just saying. So, E, how would you like to respond to that? Because I'm trying to gather my thoughts to say the right.
Why not? I mean, why not? There's so many things that you do need us for. And, it kills me when men say, someone had said, well, if I buy a whore, it was a man that bought a whore and paid for a maid and he had a cook or whatever. So what would he need a woman for or whatever? I'm like, you sound
so
stupid.
When you have a stroke or a heart attack, I hope your whore comes and wipes the ooze from your mouth. I hope your whore rotates your withering left arm. I hope that she cleans and wipes your behind. I hope she keeps your finances in order to keep your withering behind from becoming homeless. So if you think that that's the only reason, yes, that's what, please turn it up a little bit, because when men say this, that baby whine, that's exactly what it sounds like. Womp, womp, womp. Well, what I need you for? Sir, if that's the only thing that you think a woman is for, that she needs you to pay her bills, sir, she was paying her bills before she met you. So if that's, listen, ladies, stay away from men that think like that. Stay away. Fellas that think like that, listen, stay single. Listen, there are plenty of ways and things that you can buy on the internet where you can abuse yourself in peace and you don't have to worry about paying anybody's bills, okay? So dudes like this, you need to stay single. Stay by yourself. And listen, don't spread this ish on to no other dude because it's ridiculous. This is a ridiculous way to think. Well, what am I hunting? What am I hunting you for? To pay your bills? Huh? That's all you get out of it?
No, out of men like that, they have mother issues. They've been scorned by whatever their mom did to them or didn't do for them or whatever the case may be, but they have mother issues. So they've been so scorned, and the daddy bitter too. So he done whispered some crap into their head, and then all their friends got some type of abandonment issues by some female and broke their heart. So now he's just so bitter, and the woman that he fell in love with broke his heart. So now he feels like, why should I have to hunt you? Because he's been trying to hunt, and it ain't work. He ain't captured anybody. You're a bad hunter.
Because here's the deal. It's because of the energy that you're giving off. You're giving off bad vibes and bad jujus, and that's why you're meeting people that think that they, that want you to pay their bills, because that's all you're putting off is, all I'm capable of doing is paying your bills. That's it.
That means that you just got some bad penis. If all you are capable of doing, and that's the thing, so that's all you can bring. That's all you can do for me. Like, dang,
stinky winky.
So you let me know that your sex is trash,
and it stinks.
I can't confide in you in anything. Your mouth is big.
It stinks.
Your hygiene is off the chain. The only thing you have is money, and you still don't even know what to do with
and
that.
your feet stink. So
it just won't work with us.
That's all you can do.
And what do we have in common?
Stinky. Hey, Niecy, how you doing? Are you able to see what they're saying on Instagram?
Niecy said hi.
Hi, Niecy. But it's ridiculous that to be, listen, the 30 plus age range.
She said, I heard a baby crying.
Yes, that's what we're giving for the dudes that's crying about paying bills. Can we get that sound one more time? The baby cry sound. Whenever these dudes start complaining about paying some bills, this is what we're gonna start doing. Please hit it one time if you can. There you go, right there. That's exactly what we're gonna start doing for dudes that's complaining about paying bills. She not asking you to pay her bills. If you doing it right, you're talking to a woman that's already self-sufficient, that's already paying her bills. So just stop crying and complaining and step up and be a man and hunt and go after what you want. Mm. And if you are afraid to hunt, just say that. If you barely holding on to your finances, just say that. Again, stay out the dating range and out the dating pool if you're not ready to contribute and do what needs to be done to build a family, to build a legacy. I mean, a lot of you all are here are just playing Tom and Jerry type games, them cat and mouse type stupid. Ooh, I'm gonna start cussing next year. Watch and see. I'm gonna start cussing. I'm gonna give me a couple cuss words, and I'm gonna start cussing.
Niecy said it's sad that's all he has to offer.
It is, and it's like and then the thing is they probably don't want it. Mm-hmm. So dudes that talk about all women want from them is their money, it's like you just a whole negative vibe on your own. Like I can see negative vibes, negative energy, negative jujus all around you. And you attract that ish. You attract poor, broken, starving, because that's the mentality that you have. Poor, broken, starving. But if you out here and you attract men that are attracting women that are go-getters and they're go-getters themselves, they are not worried about, oh, well, what am I going to get her for and pay her? I'm going to hunt her and pay her bills. They understand the importance of building. It's about building. It ain't about you paying her bills. Listen, she can pay her own bills. What she need, her credit score probably higher than yours. Well, I don't want to pay her bills. I don't want to take her out. Then don't. There's some lotion. Matter of fact, they got some 2 for $5 at your local gas station. Go knock yourself out. Then when you go to the doctor and your doctor looking and asking why you got a rash in your hands, don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. Just tell them I don't believe in dating and paying women's bills. And then the doctor say no more. Say no more. You know what? But listen, this time you can use the hyperallergenic lotion, to keep your skin from, peeling when you're healing and bathing yourself.
You struck a nerve what you did.
It did.
I said it just got you.
It had my underwear crept. Listen, I'm up here. I'm trying to get my underwear just done wedged up when I read this comment. I'm like, see, this that bull. See, this the stuff that's going to have Facebook putting me in Facebook jail for the stuff that I'm about to start saying.
Lisa said it also sounds like a broke man. That's what I'm
it definitely a broke man with poor energy, low vibrating, just bitter dudes. You just can't. Oh, it's so nice outside. It's too hot. The sun is. Oh Lord, have mercy. This is just one of them complaining. You talking about thing. Some nagging. Listen, the worst thing you can be around is a complaining, nagging dude. Lord, what are they? It looked like they saying something good over there on Instagram. I can't see it from all of.
She said yes, a whining man, just a whining man. I could never stand when a man just whined about everything. I'd be wanting to put a pacifier in a bottle in his mouth.
Oh yeah, listen, we definitely got a couple of
Okay,
those
Donna.
that we can just definitely.
I'll just throw a whole titty in his mouth, be like, come here, huh? Because clearly you need to nurse.
He
at
not
that
getting no
time.
titty. He listen, you
Well,
ain't.
I'm gonna just treat you like you need to nurse. I mean, you want me to put in a sippy cup? What you need to do?
He may get too much satisfaction out of that. He don't need no
I
type of.
saved my breast pump just for this. I knew this was coming, so I'm gonna pump some milk for you, and you're gonna feel so much better.
You ain't
okay?
getting none of this. You go to the dollar store and buy you some powder milk and some water. You get none of my.
Similac.
Not even Similac. Get them that government.
Similac, the worst thing is making these people autistic and stuff.
Whatever. Well, if that's bad, then yeah, give them that. But whatever it is, get these low. I'm like, get these low vibrating dudes up out of here. Like, if you ain't got no good fresh grown man energy, just stay in the house. Like, for real, stay in the house and stop dating, because you guys are making the PP be more potent and more strong in the dating realm. Okay, so please just step aside. PP.
PP?
Yeah, just urine.
Oh.
It's in a pool and it's choking us. Okay.
You can see someone. You can see the blue.
It's choking us. It's just, you walk past, you like, oh, this ish right here. Oh, I don't feel like getting in today. You try to stick one toe in, you be like, I'm like, oh no, I ain't even do. And that's how it is. That's how I be like, let me see. Do I want to be bothered? Stick one. Nope. I'm good. Nope, I'm good. I'm gonna go ahead and stay on over here where it's peaceful and it's not none of this ish. Because here's the thing. Look, I don't need you to do none of this, because whether you talking to me or not, I'm sipping on my coffee how I like to, how I want to, however many cups per day I want to have. So if I've had two cups of Starbucks on Monday and Tuesday, because Wednesday through Friday is my Dunkin' Donut day, because I got a special person over there. So then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is Starbucks. So if you gonna tell me,
where do you eat your Starbucks at?
Dunkin' Donuts or Panera Bread. Yeah, you guys, let me tell y'all a little something about me. He had already spilled my secret a while ago. But yeah, I do go to different places because yeah, I'm just extra. So like don't judge me though, because one day I feel like food from this establishment, but then I feel like coffee from this establishment. And then I'll go and I'll like sit and mismatch. And it's like, you can't really say nothing to me because I got at least one of your products that I'm sitting in here eating. So like nobody has said nothing to me thus far, because I'm a regular customer and I'm nice. Like they know I'm extra, but like I'm the nice extra. Like I'm the harmless extra. They like, yep, she finna come up in here. We already know. Let's just get her stuff so we can just get it, like, so she can go ahead and sit on down. Ain't nobody got time for her to be reciting this long order. Can I get a caramel macchiato upside down, no foam, no caramel? Ain't nobody got time for all that. So once they learn and once they see me, they already know what it is. So, but that's my extraness. But if your vibration is low, you can't come with me. We can't go get no coffee, because you having coffee is a great experience, and you are not going to ruin my experience sipping my coffee. I take my coffee very seriously. Now listen,
she doesn't drink coffee. She drinks two creams mixed together and a splash of coffee.
Y'all, now look, if y'all see these videos posted by Dark Skin Poppy, just delete them videos, because every time he see me, like, that's my son, and we're in a restaurant sometimes together, and he see me, I get excited about getting my coffee, because like it's a really good experience. Or like if I see stuff that like I've been looking for a long time, 9 times out of 10 is definitely food related or something like that. But I just like do happy dances like in the store. Like I don't care where I'm at, I'm gonna do a happy dance. And I'm just gonna say it's some videos out there. So if y'all see those videos, tag me and just let me know so I can take it on, because this guy is always somewhere recording me, and I'm like, okay,
you should file a complaint against him.
Right, at least I'm like, can I at least have some cute shoes on, or have my hair fixed, or have some makeup on? Like he caught me one day, I was in I was in Jewel and they had my favorite donut. Oh my God. Like I ran. Sir, on the cane, I'm so sorry I pushed past you. I'm sorry. But I thought you was going towards the donuts too. And like they really don't ever have these donuts there. So I do apologize for pushing.
That's a shame.
And I said I was sorry, but again, if
did you go to church and repent?
No, I'm just apologizing to him.
See.
You know, but listen, because he's sitting up here walking like this. And I saw them donuts. I was like, is that them sour cream donuts? I said, shut up. I ran. And then next thing I know, see, this don't make no sense. Do people know that you really be acting like this? I said, you know what? You better stop recording me. So now he recorded me. But I was like, oh, snap. They got two of them up in here. So I grabbed. So I'm sorry. I just don't charge it to my head and not to my heart. But what I'm saying is, you know what? If
Natasha says she's sipping on some Dunkin' Donuts coffee right now.
Girl, yes, listen, live your best life. But what I'm saying is like, if he go in there, he like, okay, because you gonna spend like $30 just at Starbucks for two people you're gonna spend at least, that's just breakfast. So they talking about some $40 for all of this. You probably can get $40, from me for dinner because I'm but that breakfast, listen, I'm gonna have it's $1.60 per swirl. Put all the swirls in there. So when he look and it's like $12, that drink is $12.
It's nothing but sugar. It's pure sugar and cream.
Do you have a problem with this? I'm gonna still. So listen, if I was drinking this drink before you, I'm gonna drink it with you. And after you,
it's pure sugar, cream, and a drop of espresso.
That's all I'm trying to say. But Donna, good evening, Donna. How you doing? Good evening, Davion. How you doing, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, listen, this next hot topic, I've always wondered this. When you break up, should your family break up with the ex? When you break up, people want to know this. Like, do you break up and do you cut ties with the ex? Like, as the family, should you cut ties with people once you break up? Do you cut ties with these people? Should your family cut ties once the relationship is over? What do you guys think about that? What do you think about that? Should they cut ties once the relationship is over? Like, okay, we're not together anymore. So why are you still hanging out with my ex? Like, I don't know. How do you feel about that? What are your thoughts about that? Should your family cut ties with the ex?
I'm iffy. So I did cut ties with my in-laws, but not their children or like cousins and stuff of them. But I did cut ties with them because I was just like, it was just too, close to comfort and stuff. And I just didn't want to be bothered with that. But I'm cool. Like I said, I'm cool with the children and the cousins and everybody, and I just, call it a day. And some of the children I was like slowly like cut away. But I still have some that, and they're adults. So I still have some that I'm cool with, but
I mean, I like to keep a good relationship with people, but okay, so here's the thing. You all, let me tell y'all this, and if you've been following and listening to us for a while, y'all know that I'm a total hypocrite, okay? Because what I'm about to say is definitely a twofold answer. So for me, because I know who I am and I know my integrity, I can be cool with family. I can be cool with other people's family. However, I don't want his ex still around the family. I just don't.
Why? You cool. She cool with family.
I don't care.
You.
She ain't me. So
But
you go
still-
find your own
But
family.
that's like
because it's somebody
his
new in
mama-
town. I'm
but
his boo.
But his mama was her mama, and she still considered that to be her mama. And she had a tragic accident where her mother had passed or whatever. Because that's always
sorry to hear that, but no.
He is still a strong part of her life, and his family. They all just took her in because she had no family and stuff. So that's all she know right now. That's that Bobby Christina thing, right?
Not gonna happen. So I'm cool with the family. I'm not about to be sitting up here going all to, well, if I'm single, then I'm going to the family cookouts. However, I'm gonna go get me a plate.
How you gonna do that? But you listen.
Because I don't want her at the thing. Now, if I got to come over early before they get there, Miss Shirley, I'm gonna come over early so I can get my plate, and then I'm gonna go ahead on and go. But I'm gonna come say hi to the family.
Come see Rodney's new girl.
I don't care. Then
come see. Tisha.
I'm like, now, Mama Shirley, I'm like, now look, because 9 times out of 10, we done already talked about how your girl look. Before, I'm like, Mama Shirley, I'm not even do this, so I'm gonna go ahead on. But I will, what piece of chicken that give me that piece right there. See, because I got to keep me a shoe in. Listen, especially for the older seasoned mothers, I love them. Them homemade pound cakes and them peach cobblers. I'm not giving that up for nobody. Listen, your son for the streets. I'm not here for your son. I'm here for your food. So whatever I got to do.
At one point, you was here for my son.
Yeah, but now your food is better than your son is. Your son done, fell by the wayside. But Mama Shirley, your food is still good. So I'm here for you. So if they call me, if I get an invitation, now on the flip side, if I'm the new boo, I don't want Mama Shirley. Now what you got? See, me and Mama Shirley ain't gonna never be cool because you got this one over here.
But listen,
nope.
She gave me my insulin shot when I needed no time.
Don't make me make your insulin run up. Now, don't make me bring you a bag of them black jelly beans. How your sugar level spike up so doggone high.
That's
look,
I need her here. Trisha, you gonna be here with me for a while because this one a little crazy. So I'm just saying.
Good evening, Michelle. She's saying, I'm cool with my baby dad's baby moms. She's like my big sister. We've never had an argument in life. I love her. If anything, we're jumping him together. #matured. Danny is saying, some will stay friends, especially if you were the good one in the relationship. I recently went to a homegoing celebration. She was my first wife and the mother of my kids. Oh, James is saying, Jay, what if your new man have a problem with that? Have a problem with what? With me being friends with?
Yes. And the family and all that stuff.
I mean, I'm a good person.
This is your man, especially if this is your husband.
I got good vibes.
And
so
what are they saying?
What are they saying over there?
They asked the same question. Boris said, hey.
Hey, Boris, I got good vibes. Like, I'm just a good... Here's the thing about me. I'm a good person. I got good vibes and I got good energy. So people like me because I'm a good, likable person. So I ain't got nothing to do with dude over there looking cross-eyed. I'm not there for them.
Now he cross-eyed.
Now he got to be looking cock-eyed and cross. Listen, and then don't tell your girl, oh, that's my ex, my mom. Hey, you ain't got to say nothing. You know what I'm here for. You know I'm here for the food, and I'm gonna be gone. Listen, give me some of that juice over there too, cause she make that good sweet tea. I just came here. Then I got 2 plates. Don't even worry about it. One for now, one for later, and then I'm gonna freeze it for a couple months. Everybody, look, cause I ain't gonna eat all that. But the point is, if he had a problem with it, then I say, okay, listen, babe, you can time me. I'm going to be literally in there 2 seconds. Miss Shirley already got the plate already ready. But she got the bomb on them greens. Woo! She put the right amount of red crushed peppers in them. So I got to get over there. And she only made this upside down cake once a year. And it's...
You need that in your
life. Because I don't eat store-bought stuff. Like, it's very select things that
upside down. So a pineapple upside down cake, aren't you allergic to pine? I mean, because I bake. I don't really know any other upside down cakes.
But I can
know
do
that pineapple.
So I can take a chance on the canned pineapples. It's just the fresh pineapples that I can't do.
You just roll the dice.
Yeah, because some of them be a little bit too fresh. So either way it go, I'm gonna get me an EpiPen and I'm gonna get me some Benadryl and I'm gonna go ahead and do what it is that I need to do. But as a general rule, I don't know. Like because we don't cut ties with exes. Like my family, we just like people. We like being around people. So it's like once you come in, you couldn't be. Like,
I'm family.
They ain't together, so we respect the boundaries. So it's only like basically one person in our family that'll kind of, show out and blow the whole spot up that, like they can't, you don't want nobody.
You don't want no smoke.
You don't want no smoke with this person. So that, and they exes typically don't come around because they like, we ain't going because this one right here just was a mess and we ain't together. So I don't want no parts of them. So they typically don't come around. But other people, like my family, we kind of, people stick around. Like they, hey, how y'all doing? People like stick around and like talk to us and stuff. So I don't know. But if your mate feels uncomfortable, I don't know. Because I'm going to be lying to y'all. I'm going to be lying if I tell you. But for your relationship, you got to choose which one going to be more important. That pineapple upside down.
I mean, that's a valid thing, though, because that's just like, when you got the social media. And if your mate says, I want you to delete this person as a friend.
Delete who as a friend?
Maybe it's someone of the opposite sex or whatever. And he doesn't like, and this is your ex. And he doesn't like you all's relationship or whatever.
Okay, so
but this is your husband,
right? So my husband, hands down, I'm not losing my husband over no situations or no friends.
You're just a loyal chick.
But you know what? My thing is this: my friends, we're friends. So whether we talk,
okay, so y'all have talked, but see, you all had a relationship, and in the past, you all smashed.
So if we don't talk today, we don't talk a year, that still doesn't.
He don't want.
And we don't have to. I mean, like, we literally don't have to because it's like, here's the thing.
You leave him, put him on the block list?
For what? I mean, I don't have to put him on a block.
But your husband
if he say put him on a block list, then I'll put him on a block list because here's the thing. After all of these years, if you had a solid friendship, you're not going anywhere. Like, your friends, again, grown men and grown women understand the concept of being friends, especially if both parties, everybody has moved on. You got a wife, I got a husband, but we're friends. So I do think that men and women can legitly be friends. I really do. However, those friendships have to be stated. Like, we're not going to be secret. What are you hiding for? Like, if there's legitly nothing going on,
just friends.
What you got to have for? If they say that, you know what, listen, like I had someone, if they say, you know what, listen, I can't talk to you, because the wife don't feel comfortable, whatnot, so we can't, talk like we used to. I'm fine with that because I don't have any emotional attachments to you. My goal is not to try to tear up your spot. If I'm your friend, I understand. I know. Listen, we done been through this before. Like, okay, yep. Well, when this wife leave or whatever happened, then we come back. But those are true friends because guess what? She's doing for you what I can't. You're supposed to leave your friends and your family and cleave to your husband or to your wife. So that's what you're supposed to do. But if we out in the street and we see each other, if we're friends, it's going to be like we never missed a beat. So no, we ain't got to be talking to each other every day because I think that can lead to becoming inappropriate because your wife or your husband should be your best friend.
Yeah.
That's who you should be spending time with, getting all close and, so there have to be boundaries. And real men, grown and grown women respect the boundaries of marriages, relationships, and friendships. There's a mutual respect. But all that backhanded ish, oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and talk to, I'm going to still talk to Rodney back. Come on.
Yeah, I've seen a lot
Now
of
you
that
finna
stuff.
tear your house up for your so-called. I'm not
Your
doing all
hearsay.
that.
I've seen
It's
that.
not like I'm not finna do that.
I've seen it, and I trip out because I don't understand. Like when you say, this is the person that you said, this is my spouse, this is who I plan on spending the rest of my life with, and I've married or whatever. Why go behind the person's back? I mean, at least be bold about it and just, you know, call up so and so and so and so in front of me or whatever instead of sneaking behind me or whatever. And then when I see you that you calling, I'll be more upset if you sneak and do it. I'd rather you do it in my face. And that way I can address you hands on. And then after I address you, if you don't see a problem there, then we have a problem.
See, and my thing is this. Now, the big thing is if you got somebody like that, I know that we saying we friends, but I know we low key flirting. You crushing on me. You gotta go. You gotta go because you're not gonna tear up my home. You not my husband, my man. We're not doing that. So out you go, you spirit. Because no, because listen, when I was single and you was single, wasn't none cracking. So what am I keeping you around for? And I'm already booed up. I'm off the market. You gotta go. There's no need for you. But if you can't let that person go, and y'all having those secret conversations, that's not a friendship. Y'all having a little side relationship. That's what you're having. But a friend, again, your spouse, they know about them. And you ain't sitting up there talking, are y'all in the bed and all this.
Oh, ain't no chick gonna pull it like all room. No. Like
they calling you or texting you in the middle of this is my man, boo.
Even when my husband came, to visit and stuff, like, and I have male friends and stuff. Nobody called, like my male friends didn't call me. And even some of my male friends I've dated, whatever, and we are just, legitimately just cool friends, like me, my husband, and my male friend have been on the phone together and just talking about life and relationships or whatever. So, but I still, when he was here, like, I didn't get on the phone with my, my male friend and just be talking to him. And my whole husband is right here.
Right. That's disrespectful. Like, again, it's a way to do everything. So again, like I say, I feel like, I'm definitely a friendly person. So I definitely know a lot of men and but I'm cordial and I'm respectful. I know, me and some of the husbands, we talk about they low budget wives. Listen, you ain't gotta agree with me. And I told a couple of them, listen, okay, listen, we cool, but your wife, listen, I don't have time for your little wife to be sitting up here looking at me all cross-eyed because I don't want you. Then Jay, you ain't gotta say it like, well, I'm just saying I don't want you. So you got to know that I know that, but then so not trying to hurt your ego, but also not trying to see your low vibrational wife over here looking upside my head. They ain't really friends. And no, sweetheart, you settled for them. We truly, the Lord know that there will never be nothing between me and your husband. Listen.
She did that. She was about to go to church with y'all.
The Lord know.
Hallelujah.
But you know what? But I'm like, listen. So in order to keep peace over there, I'm like, we cool or whatever. I'm like, listen, I totally understand. I've had dudes tell me, man, Jay, oh girl, I'm like, listen, I understand. Listen, they not gonna always believe, and just based on, man, listen, I had somebody told me that they got my name saved as a dude name because their wife was just that insecure. So I'm like, look, we can't be talking then because the last thing I need is a dumb chick popping up out the bushes on me. And
why you used to pop out the bushes on dude?
Yeah, that was
why can't she?
Because he was lying. Well,
he.
That's when my knees was good. When I was,
pop out the bushes.
When I was training for the FBI, I was training to be a feds. So I was up on the west side looking in them bushes, trying to investigate and see what's going on. But I don't investigate today. I leave. I get silent. And I go on with my life. I'm not instigating. I'm not investigating. I'm not trying to put two and two together. Farewell. So we got James. He's saying, would you take your new man with you to your ex house, family house? James, I'm not crazy. What the heck? Would I take my new man to my ex house? Are you trying to have me come up missing or something? Get dog it on. I'm not listen. My elevator don't go all the way up to the top. It between the basement and the first floor. But understand.
If we were all cool.
No. Nope. We're not going. Nope.
Is that like something that white people do?
Nope. I'm not going.
Do black people do that?
What?
Black people do that.
Yes, they do. Some of them, and then listen, and then they get to drinking. See, don't take them over there to your family house, and you know that everybody's gonna start drinking, and now it's a whole fight. Look,
did she do that thing? That
right, because you know, and listen, it's always that messy family member that. Ooh, this how they started out.
LaWan.
Ooh, I never thought that y'all would break up. I still can't believe y'all broke up. That one cheated? Messy family member, and now
you was cheating. And
now the whole it's about to be time for the gladiators up in there because
she was messing with him while she was with you, right? I just want to let you know. But she told us that you was cheating, but we all know because he was here that Thanksgiving and she said she was sick. She wasn't sick because he was here for Thanksgiving with us, and we was wondering where you was at, but you wasn't here. She said that you had, was shut in, but we knew it was something different, So I just be looking at you, we feel you hungry, baby.
I'm telling you, listen, it's a messy. Listen, some of you all, some of these folks are messy as the day is long. They go up in there, listen, calling you. Brother-in-law, look.
That's supposed to have been you.
You supposed to be my son.
That's what you supposed to be. I still consider you because I don't even know.
Right. I'm like, look, if y'all don't knock that off,
now come here regardless. Even when I die, you was in the will because you
still family.
And you better pick out my dress that I'm wearing because I don't want her to pick out nothing. But me, I can't stand her.
I don't know why he chose her anyway. I told him that she was a mistake. Be like,
I know what he was doing. He was spending his money on her fans only page. You think I don't know about that stuff? I know about it. I seen
it all.
What you did behind that curtain with that woman.
He ragged just like his daddy is. God rest his soul, because his daddy wasn't much before he passed away. Be like, Miss Shirley, okay now, well, I'm gonna go ahead on. While you talking, you put a little extra piece of meat on that plate. Sure, I'm gonna go ahead on and go. You sure? You sure? Cause Louis gonna be over here. No, I'm gonna go ahead on and get up out of here before they get over here because listen, I came to see you and get some of your food. That's all. Okay. But I ain't trying to look. I don't want no smoke from nobody exes. So thankfully, like I say, drama is to a minimum. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then my mouth will give me a little trouble here. Every now and again, not too much, did have a look there around. I don't know what that was from, but every now and again,
they put a dead rat on her with the head cut off.
Yeah, oh my God.
I said, during the quarantine.
Yeah, you are. So I'm just like, I don't know what that mess was about. And I promise, listen, I'm not talking to nobody's. That's the first thing they asked me was, well, are you talking to somebody's man or somebody man? I'm like, no, I ain't talking to nobody. I'm like, I work, I drink coffee, and I sleep. I mean, like, that's it. Like, so I don't know what they talking about. Woo, that was a whole big old mess. But that's what I'm saying. I don't have time for all this stress and all this other stuff. I don't have time for it. So listen, if your wife ain't comfortable, the wives or the husbands or whoever are not comfortable with these relationships with the family, then you know what? Have enough respect to, for that new relationship. And, at some point, it's like you just got to let bygones be bygones. But sometimes, like I say, it's not really a cookie cutter answer for that because some people have been friends and family for 30, 40 years. So it's just like, so do you let this whole family go? Like you grew up with this family. So now because you divorced, now they not my family no more. So I don't know, you all, Look,
I would have to move like away. So when Miss Johnson asks, why can't you make it to? Oh, you know what, Miss Johnson, I'm so sorry. We moved so far away.
whew,
It's just,
jeez.
and though I probably really live around the corner, but that's neither here nor there. I would still tell her that to, make it feel better because especially if we grew up. Me and Stank Stink was, chill. We met in the playground and stuff, and we was little junior high, lovebirds and high school sweethearts, and got married and everything, and now we is just divorced.
Yeah, high school, y'all been crushing on each other since y'all been stealing each other crayons in kindergarten, and then got married after high school, and then by the time y'all turn 30, it's over with. So then what do you do with those type of relationships? Okay, so we've been family all of our lives. So and that can be a hard adjustment, like to just let go.
They would have to understand that,
like it would definitely.
family.
Right. So it's like that's not those. So these situations and these family ties, these are definitely some things that, some situations that have to really carefully be considered. But I feel like if everybody is moving in a grown and mature way, then it could work. But if you listen, but here's the deal. The reality is there's going to be one or two negative Nancy's and some petty Pams. And that's where the problems are going to begin. Those negative, petty folks. But should you cut them off? It's a case by case scenario. Now, listen, if you didn't like them and if you didn't like them in the first place, then there ain't going to be no problem. I'm like, listen, I'm glad to be rid of the whole bunch of you all. Listen, here, take your son and your last name back. I don't want nothing to do with none of y'all. But a lot of cases not like that. So take it case by case, situation by situation. But at the end of the day, it's like we should all be operating in a respectful manner and being grown and mature as much as possible. But I'm going to give me a plate from Miss Shirley. That's all I'm just saying. I'm going to get me a plate. Like there's nothing that you're going to argue at me, get mad. Listen, but Miss Shirley is going to pick. I'm going to get a piece of that cake. I'm just saying. Guys, listen, we're going to take a short musical break.
Short.
And when we return, we have a few more hot topics to get into. And then we're talking about big egos and bad attitudes on the J Spot. Yes. Ow. Ow.
Wait, where's the air conditioning?
Oh, she need air.
Open the door up, Jay.
The door?
Yes.
Woo! Let me just walk on over here. Let me take a shit. No, that's because my shoulder. I need to try to low key stretch this shit.
How does all get out of here? Where's the air at?
It feels good in here. It does.
It doesn't.
It feels like we're about to do a luau. Woo-hoo! We're doing a luau. Luau. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa puff, shimmy, shimmy, pow. But yeah, we're cutting these families off. I don't know. You just gotta use your better judgment on that. Hey, Katie, how you doing? Just gotta use your better judgment. Is it worth again, some people invest years and years into these people. And like you were saying, E, like some men, they lost their mothers, their biological parents, years ago. And this has been their extended family. It's not that easy to just cut folks off. But we ain't got to be messy. Now, see, it depends on how I feel about the girl. If I didn't like her in the first place, I may be a little messy.
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm trying to see what type of mother-in-law I'm going to be. Because I already been told that I need to find me some business. But I said, I got me some business. I got plenty of business. But I make time for my son's business. I got his business in my, see, this is why you have to be organized. Because you have your stuff, but then I have his stuff, so I have time to be in his business.
We need to get you a man.
I'm still gonna have.
No, because you wouldn't have that time.
Yeah, no, you have this. This is what they got calendars for. You put it in there. You say, okay, well, at 5 o'clock, Let me see what he up to. Let me go sneak and see if I can make a copy of his keys to his place so I can figure out what he's got going on. You know, so you have to, all you have to do is schedule it out. You can have you a full-fledged relationship, be married, but you still have time to be up in other folks' business. And the only other folks' business I'm looking forward to being in is my son's business, you know. So you put it in the calendar. That's all you do. Listen, with these magical devices right here, you go just put a reminder. Hack your son's email. Hack your son's social media. You know, hack your daughters. You know, go drive by their house. You know, listen, put little reminders in there for yourself. You ain't nothing wrong with it. If they gave you stretch marks, that gives you permission to do it.
4, 3, 2. You can count.
Welcome back to the Jaye Spot, where we are strengthening relationships and families, one conversation at a time on intellectualradio.com. We are an iHeart station. I'm your host, Jaye. And sitting next to me, we have my co-host, my partner in crime, sizzling, yes, sexy, Simpli E, author, actress, businesswoman, playwright, wait a minute, Ron, they gone, sex kitten, sizzling, Simpli E, shout out. Woo!
You can't put sex kitten and then start speaking in tongue with that.
Oh, I was just trying to get a little donation.
Yeah, well, get no donation.
Oh,
that was just like when Tiffany Haddish and Gary, was working for Jesus. Remember during the COVID?
Oh, jeez. Well,
That's
you know,
the same thing.
However, we got to do it, you all. We just try to, you know,
You gonna twerk for Jesus?
No, I'm not twerking. We talked about this last week. I'm not twerking, you know.
Jay's going to twerk.
No, my twerk is gonna
cost a twerk video.
My twerk
Jay,
is
we're
gonna
do a fans only page.
My girl,
Lord,
you trying? Now I'm saying, look, I know, but you trying to get my head cracked wide open to the white meat, and
it's going to be called the Jaye Spot.
No, I'm listen, you all. I'm just a nice wholesome.
We're gonna be wholesome.
I'm just a nice wholesome church girl. Because look, I'm not trying to be in the pastor's office. I'm not trying to get.
Don't tell her.
If
she asks you,
I'm not trying to be in the pastor's office.
You know what? Say, Pastor, can we meet in Starbucks? And she'll say, sure, sister. So therefore, you're not in the church and you're not lying. But you in Starbucks, you can lie.
No, I'm not going to be lying. I'm not going to be lying to the pastor.
Starbucks. Who gonna know?
The people that see the video, that's gonna send it to them. That's gonna send it to them. Like, now, come on, sister.
Is that you twerking? Like, no. If R. Kelly could say that wasn't him, and you know that was his face, then gosh,
Bill Clinton said the same thing too.
I'm saying,
but look what happened. If it don't fit, you must acquit.
Yeah, you know he did that, but still, he got off. So, therefore,
I'm not going to be able to do no fans only page, you know, but we are, you know, accepting donations, a clap here, a cheek clap that, you know, we definitely accepting it. But guys, listen, we want to thank you all so much. See, I'm not so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all go to our page and like our page at the Jaye Spot. Follow us on Twitter at Jaye Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the Jaye Spot Radio, and Jay is spelled Jaye for all three. Now listen, before you go right around the corner, right onto YouTube, like and subscribe to our channel, the Jaye Spot Radio. And again, that's Jaye. Now guys, listen, this next hot topic. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this. The lady, so the question was, the lady said, she said, I was snooping through my husband's phone and saw a conversation between him and his brother about a secret baby the brother may be having outside of his marriage. So I sent the screenshot of the text to his wife.
Why you gotta be like that?
Now my husband said he lost all trust and respect for me.
Because you're bogus.
What should I do? Oh my flipping goodness.
This is what you should do. Give him some head. I'm just saying. Because I don't know. That was not your place. Like, no, that's your sister-in-law. That ain't your best friend. I mean, no, that's none of your business.
Oh,
that's none of your
my
business.
God. Like, you have torn. Oh, my goodness. First of all,
messy ass.
You snooping through. That was something you supposed. That was
that you weren't supposed to know about.
That should have been kept between you and God. That's it. You weren't even supposed to be up in the phone. See, you would be getting kicked out of Jay's Snoopers Academy because you snooped and you found some ish that didn't have nothing to do with you.
All you should have did was call your girlfriends up and say, "Girl, listen.
Let me tell you what this.
Yo, I knew he wasn't nothing. And whoop, whoop, I'm glad I got the good one." That's what you supposed to do. And left it alone.
See, now I would have been teasing the brother-in-law. See, now this is where I'm blind.
Right, Katie?
Mm-hmm.
Mind your own business.
You say you got some outside business to take care of, whatever. You know, see, I'd be throwing so much shade to it ain't even funny. So and he'll always be trying to figure out, do she know?
No, I saw this little boy.
No, I ain't told her
I was riding on a bus and seen this little boy look just like you.
Be like, I wouldn't know what to do if I turned around and, Sylvester had some kids outside of this man. Tina, what would you do? But you gonna go see. There was a lot of messy ways to do it and just bring it out without bringing it out. But you screenshotted it. What good? Now you about to lose your man and your home.
You about to lose your man.
And guess what? Your sister-in-law still gonna forgive her husband and stay with her. So now you out. It's so funny how we not gonna focus on the real situation, which is the brother cheating and having a baby on the way outside the marriage. Oh no, we ain't gonna focus on that. We're gonna focus on the wife snooping through the phone. Ain't that ironic? See how the devil is a liar.
No, because she was incorrect on grabbing and stuff and sneaking through.
But how does that her snoop trump the outside baby that's gonna come
over there? That's not in this household. That's over there.
But everybody mad at Tina for sending the screenshot, but ain't nobody said nothing to Rodney about having an outside baby.
That's between Rodney and his wife and that girl on the side. That's between them. She done violate the whole, trust code because I can't trust you. I leave my phone out. You're going to be searching through my phone looking for pictures and stuff. And then start accusing me of doing some stuff. And you may see somebody give me a hey and a smiley face wink or whatever. And now you're going to blow that out of proportion and stuff and think that I'm doing something with somebody. I can't trust you.
So, y'all, let me ask y'all this to tie this into the question. Do y'all still snoop? Are y'all snooping through?
I don't snoop. I was given the phone.
Oh, you was given the phone?
Yeah, I was given. I used to snoop.
You know what? Back in the day, this is just how back in the day this was. Before cell phones, listen, I was a certified snooper. But, listen, I snooped so well. Listen, I knew everything about his mama, his grandmama, them down in Madrid, Mississippi. I knew everything. But here's what I learned. When you know who you are and you know your worth and your value. Listen, when you start and you trust, I'm gonna tell you trust your gut and your intuition. Your intuition, listen, does not lie. Your intuition will not lead you wrong. You ain't got to go snooping. So now the thing is, it's like, and you don't even have to confront a person to me nowadays, because if your intuition is like that, you move accordingly. So if you feeling somebody and you just loving on them, and it's like, man, you could be sitting there just doing the laundry and then something to just be like, oh, something ain't right. Like, oh my goodness, like,
and it hits like that.
it hits, and it's just like stuff that they said that didn't make sense, and now you get you're like, wait,
Tell me.
like, wait a minute. Now it started when that 2 and 2 starts coming together. You ain't even looking for
What you do last night again?
You said, what happened to your phone? Like, wait, what? What was? Okay, so now
I'm just trying to understand how your phone is over there, but you didn't say you was over there last night. You said you was over here. I'm confused.
As a big dog. So again, like I said, as far as snooping, I mean, like I say, back in the day, like being left alone, I'm
so
not.
Your husband gave you his phone and said, Jay, you look through it if you want.
I'm not gonna look through it. Listen, if we go back to the 90s, baby, you would have had to give me your phone because I would have already had been all up and through there and had everything that I needed to know. But today, me, I'm not doing it. Like, if you can afford to lose me, then that's cool. We got an understanding. I wasn't worth it to you, and that's fine. So I'm not going to stick around arguing or having some unnecessary tension and drama with somebody that took a chance on losing me. I'm going to go head on and go this way, and I'm going to carry on, and I'm going to live my life, and you keep on doing whatever it is that you're doing. I'm not art. To me, this new me, I'm the easiest person to break up with. I'm the easiest person to break up with. You don't want to be here? That's fine. Because what I realize is, what I'm gonna stroke out for you now. I'm now gonna be looking like this, and you gone. You already wanted to be gone before I started arguing with you because you was cheating.
He was heartbroken over seaweed.
No, see, she want me to start cussing up in here, but I'm just like, I'm not arguing. I'm not going back and forth. If you want out, like, just say it. Like, we don't have to go through all of the back doors and the back channels. I promise. I'll take my little stuff. I'm like, all right, well, it's been real. It's been real. And just keep it moving. Now, back in the day, I used to have the theatrics and stuff, But now I'm just like, my energy, like, I just have to protect my energy, and I have to protect my peace of mind. And the biggest thing is, I don't want to be nowhere where I'm not wanted. Why do you want to be with somebody that don't want you? There's not enough clowning, cussing, cutting up, putting it ain't, that still ain't gonna change a person's mind that don't want to be with you. So why waste your time going through all of that? Why waste your precious energy going through something like that?
So LaJuan says, so you look through the phone and see some things, you argue with me, but stay. Then what was the point of snooping?
Exactly. What was the point of even confronting you? So if you snooping,
I'm staying because I love you. I'm not gonna leave. I'm staying because I love you. I care about you. Now I'm gonna check you and everything else, and we're gonna have this discussion. But you can't make me leave the marriage, the relationship over what I see in your phone. Then if we want to be serious about this and be adult about this and be committed to one another, then let's have this discussion as adults, and it may be a painful discussion, but people feelings get hurt every day.
Absolutely.
And they get healed as well. So we're going to have this discussion, and either, we can stay together, or we can call it a day right now. But if we decide to stay together, then things are going to have to change, because clearly you may not trust me sleeping through your phone, but I clearly can't trust you. So we got to work out whatever this is, what's going on.
And that was a great point, E. And that's the biggest thing about it, especially when you married. It's just like, there's going to be some problems. There's going to be some situations. So do you just automatically throw in the towel for everything? Communication is definitely key in relationships, and even especially marriages, and even relationships that could turn and lead to marriage. People are breaking up because they don't nobody want to communicate. Everybody want to be, win or tit for tat. Now,
people will say what they got married for and why, they got married and the whole nine. But I didn't get married to get divorced.
Right.
That's one thing I just, no, I didn't get married. I didn't, the first time around, crap happened, so I don't even count that pseudo marriage. But this time, like, literally, and the person that I chose, like, I didn't get married to him to get divorced because we got a disagreement. No, we gonna have the disagreement's gonna come. There's no such thing as the ideal perfect. You all don't fight, then you have a dull marriage. If you all don't argue and fight a little bit, and you all are not gonna see eye to eye on everything. That's great. I don't want someone that he agrees with me in whatever I do. That means I can run over you.
Well,
I see that's what and she was, well, he doesn't sound too bad if I can run over his ass. Like, no.
Well, I don't want to run over, but
LaJuan says that makes both of us wrong. Yeah, you both are wrong because there's a problem here. Yeah, I had to go through your phone, but what is this that's on your phone?
No, that makes you wrong and want to hear that issue, that phone. That's who was.
And if I wasn't feeling this intuition, nature told me, yeah, girl, listen, dude, check it. Something ain't right. And I'm going to listen to my body and nature before I listen to you because I've been with my body way longer than I've been with you. So, no, I'm not going to allow you to pull that bull with me and think that, well, yeah, you was wrong for looking at my phone. Bastard, you was wrong for doing that crap. I called an ex up like that. He called himself, check me. He apologized, golly. Oh, that's another one. He had knocked his knee out of socket, and it was the back of his knee. And I went down there, and I'm helping him out and stuff, and I couldn't sleep. And so I was pumping milk or something, and I was like, well, let me look through the phone. His phone was right there. I was up. So I'm like, I know he's not doing anything. We talk all the time. I looked through the phone. It's him and some chick on the floor. I don't know how they was able to get the camera to angle both of them. And he got his fingers in her twat. And I'm just like, oh.
He had some good pictures.
I'm just like, this is interesting. Oh, and I missed this. Okay. So when I went laid back down next to him watching TV, he woke up like 2 hours later. And he's like, baby, you ready to go to breakfast? I was like, no, but I have a question. Sure, baby. I was like, so who was the chick that you had your fingers all up in her tootie?
Cold busted.
And what are we doing? I'm so sorry. 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 I was like,
see, yeah, those type of situations, like I said, if you're going to snoop, I don't know, just make sure it's worth it and make sure you can handle what it is that you're going to find. But as for me, as I said, me personally, I'm not into the snooping. I used to, but now, like I said, I'm just over it. Like, I'm just out, just ready. Life is too short, especially at this point. Like, if for all of that, like, if you're not happy here, if this, like they say when you are adopting a pet, if you don't feel like this is your forever home, then I don't want you to stick around. Like, you don't have to stick around. You're not obligated to stick around. Let's move around until we find our forever homes. But guys, listen, tonight we're talking about, here's a reason why some people will never find their forever home. Because they got big egos and bad attitudes. Now listen, you all, I know some of you all, listen, y'all making a nice little penny. Got a nice big old house on the hills and, all them acres and acres of land, and got you a couple of cows and got you a couple of titles and all of this and that. But you also got a bad attitude and your ego is out of control. So, with that being said, let's just first talk about the ego. So, your ego is your conscious mind, the part of your identity that consider yourself. So, your ego is basically what you think about yourself. So, here's the deal. We should all think highly of ourselves. we should all, put ourselves on a pedestal. But some folk, they go a little bit too far. Some folk, they go too far. Like, they go to the extent where now they're looking down on everybody. Everybody is beneath them. And here's the thing, it's possible to think high of yourself, to think highly of yourself without looking down on other people, without snarling your nose down on other people because you might be in a better financial position than other people. There are, listen, there are a lot of dudes out here. That's why you buy yourself. Like, yeah, you got the material things, but you don't consider anybody else. Like, I know this guy, he ain't talking to me, so it don't matter. But, very successful man, but, oh, well, I want someone, I need somebody to be all about me. She got to do this for me. She got to, I need her to be my secretary and she need to do this and do that. I said, well, why don't you just hire a secretary? You're not looking for a woman. You're not looking for a partner. You looking for some. Listen, where I am in life, in the position that I hold, I'm just like,
is in life, the position that he holds you.
I said, you know what? Yeah, I said, in that position that you hold and the way you look down on people is why you will get cheated on every rip. I say, they're going to be cheating on you, baby. They're going to be cheating on you with the gardener, with the pool boy, with everybody. And I say, and I don't much blame everybody because of the way his ego is just out of control. It's just like, again, there's no problem with thinking highly of yourself, but when you go looking down on everybody around you, it's just like, to me, that's a turnoff. So it's like, I know a lot of successful dudes, and people say, oh, well, they want women to be at a certain standard and this and that. If she doesn't meet your standard, then
she don't meet your standard.
And move around, find somebody that does meet your standard. But a lot of this has nothing to do with standards. It just goes like, a lot of them have these identity complexes and stuff. And so now that you may have been picked on in school and as a kid, and now that you got you a nice little Porsche or a Maserati or a Bentley, baby, now you think that everybody, and they gonna fall at your hands and they gonna fall at your feet. Well, here's the thing. I'm not impressed by those type of things. My anxiety is bad, so I'm not trying to get in nobody's Bentley or Maserati, and now I can't figure out how to open the door because it go all up. It don't come out. Listen, the way I'm not trying to do all that. So it's like, it's cool. Yeah, my house all the way up on the hill. Well, that's good. You'll be living up on Smoky Mountain by yourself. I won't be on Smoky Mountain. I like to be riding. I'm going to get this huge 15 car house and this and that. Okay, who finna stand that?
You.
No. So the people under the stairs can be scared me in my sleep? I think not. I think it not. But again, your egos, I don't know. Do you know anybody like that has a big ego that just,
I'm lucky I have such a bad memory.
Yeah, I know why. But then
PTSD.
But then it's just like, not only with the egos, which that tends to, be in, a lot of dudes, but then the bad attitudes. It's like we wear our nastiness as a badge of honor when it's really not. Sometimes it's like, in today's society, it's like, the worse your attitude is, the nastier you are, the more attention you get. And it shouldn't be like that. Like, nobody in real life, when the cameras are off, nobody wants to deal with your bad attitude.
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants to do that. You're hard to get along with. Nobody can relate to you Nobody can listen to you. You don't listen. Nobody wants to hear you. Oh, it's fine and dandy when the cameras are rolling. Listen, having a bad attitude and a big ego, that definitely makes for great television content. But what about your real life?
Mm.
What about when your real life spills over with reality TV? What about when the cameras are off and you forget to snap out a character, or now your character has become who you really are? Like, nobody wants to deal with this. So with having a bad attitude and big egos, can those things ruin relationships and marriages?
Yeah, unless you got one that is just so insecure or something. That's why she's attracted to that type of, dysfunction. She sees his bad attitude as, something that's attractive because, yeah, the bad boy thing is sometimes attractive. But some women see that bad attitude as a turn on, and some men see that female with that bad attitude as a turn on. So
And it can definitely be unattractive when you're in public. And like, one of the worst things I hate to see is somebody being rude and snobbing down, like when you're in a restaurant and they're snobbing down the people that are serving you. I cannot stand that. Like, I mean, throwing stuff and just, I'm like, oh no, oh no, that'll get you canceled, right? That'll get you canceled real quick because you're rude.
yeah.
And that means if you don't have any regards for a stranger, you definitely got some of that in you that can be directed towards me. And I'm not trying to listen, not trying to deal with all that. But here are 5 signs that a person may have an ego and it's too big. Yet it's just, listen, it's big, it's inflated, and we can't stand it. So we just gonna tell you right now, it's just a hot mess, beloved. You act as if others are beneath you. You're excessively judgmental of others. You think you are untouchable. You never see yourself as a problem. Everybody else. It's everybody else. She did it. He did it. They did it. You can see the wrong in everybody, but are not seeing that listen, you are a few chips away from being a full bag. You can't see that. You have a large sense of entitlement. Everything you entitled to, all of this best stuff, the best, but you can't even give something that's free, respect, consideration. You don't give those things. So when you're dealing with people that have big egos and bad attitudes, a lot of times they're not in tune with themselves. So you can try to stick around and try to correct them and try to point out their faults, but until they're ready to acknowledge that they stink as a person, like, you are, listen,
they stink as a person.
They stink as a person. You just wasting your time. Listen, their heart is all corroded and you got the green stuff around it. Because when you have a big ego and a bad attitude, you have a bad heart. You're just a bad person. These things make you a bad person because you don't treat others right. You talk to people any old type of way. You treat people any old type of way, and then you think it's okay. You don't see anything wrong with your bad behavior. They had it coming. Well, they shouldn't have did this. They shouldn't. Everything is always on somebody else. You can never see the part that you played. And they'll never give you, listen, people with bad attitudes and big egos, they will never, almost never apologize to you. So stop holding your breath. You know why they won't apologize? Because they don't feel they did anything wrong. They're going to justify what they said to you, how they said it to you, how they acted. They're going to justify it, almost always going to justify it. But you have to ask yourself, how much of that do you have to, and are you going to stick with? Ladies, if you are with a man that's dogging you verbally every day, nothing you can do is right. Everything he's picking at you. He doesn't like the way you talk. He doesn't like the way you dress. He don't like the way you act. He don't like your mindset. He don't like your, oh, you should be, he's comparing you to other women. Oh, well, you should be more like her. You see her, she does this, this, and this. He don't like you. Let him be. Let him go and find this person that's going to make him happy. Let me tell you this. She's not out there because he can't even make himself happy. So why couple up with somebody that doesn't like you? And it comes off in the way that they treat you and the way that they behave. Because again, the attitude is bad. Their heart is bad. Their whole vibe is bad. Just let them be. Fellas, if she disrespectful at the mouth, she
boisterous,
trying to use you and get you to do all kinds of things that's not your responsibility. Well, my mama need her bills paid over here too. That's what we got married for. I'm supposed to be able to get the money out of our house to go pay her bills. Well, you just paid her bills last month. Well, that's my mama. I'm supposed to, and she talking to you any old kind of way, just running it. Just nasty. Just don't treat your kids right. Don't treat you right. Don't take care of the house. Just listen. Life is too short to be dealing with these folks. Free yourself, clean your energy, and protect your peace. But these folks with these big egos and bad attitudes, listen, find something to do with them, but I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, not deal with it. My peace and my peace of mind and my happiness is too valuable to me. And that's what you have to think of. Your peace, your happiness, and what's going to take you to the next level. And sometimes it's not the people that you have in your life if they're draining all the positive energy in life out of you. Guys, we want to thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, you all. Go to our page and like our page at the J Spot. Follow us on Twitter at J Spot. Also follow us on Instagram at the J Spot Radio. And Jay is spelled Jaye. Now go ahead on to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, the J Spot Radio. Until next time, you all, peace out. Protect your good vibes and your good energy, you all. Until next time. So, good night, guys. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop, shimmy, shimmy, pop, pop. Good night, guys.
Pot.
Oh, I said pot. Yeah, get some of that. Get that right there. Oh.